Intergalactic space travel was made possible by the discovery of a rare metal essential to the construction of warp engines. This metal, the most precious in the known universe, is called Visorium.
20 kilos of the purest Visorium I've ever seen.
It's not going to stay very pure with you drooling on it all day.
You've done a swell job, kid. I'll be the first to admit it. This one's the big score. After this payoff, you and me are gonna be swimming in wine and women.
I'm kind of picky about the vices I indulge in.
What's wrong with you? You don't like wine and women?
Depends. I find I've got to watch out for the cheaper varieties of wine and women. Both give me a headache.
So, did you bring the 30 million credits?
The Syndicate's not stupid. We know as well as you do that the stuff's only worth 16 million.
Typical.
What do you mean? What this
United Galactica's coming down on Visorium smugglers. It's getting harder and harder to ship the stuff. It's just not as profitable as it used to be.
But this is the cleanest V there is. 99.8% pure. It's got to be worth at least 20 million.
18 million. Final offer.
Well, that's pathetic. What do you say? Oh, all right. Ain't got much choice.
Sure you have. You could give up your life of crime. I'm 3WA. Don't anybody move. I've got you on smuggling and possession of stolen Visorium. Anybody want to add resisting arrest to the list? I've got him covered, Yuri. You can come down and join me. Yuri? You can come down and join me. Anytime you're ready, Yuri.
See ya!
Hey!
Too bad. I liked her as a blonde.
You little punk, wait for me! Ah!
Hi. Sorry I took so long. Huh? You didn't do what I think you just did.
You want it? Take it, sweetheart.
I don't want it. The airlock, hurry!
utterly inexplicable. Makes no sense at all. Despite all my precautions, the process has produced another mutant strain. Damnation! Everything was perfect. Source material of unparalleled purity. Exposure to the hyperflux beam precisely calculated. And what do I get? Another unstable mutation. Impossible. Unless, of course, this isn't a mutation, but the logical outcome of the evolutionary process. But no, that way madness lies. I refuse to believe that these gibbering freaks are the end result of all my efforts. I must have miscalculated somewhere. But
Professor
where?
Wattsman, you know you're not supposed to get excited.
I only had more time.
I thought you could stand a little break. Look what I brought you. A lovely bottle of Chateau Van Allen Belt 2120.
The genetic program. Perhaps I can isolate that point in the process at which the mutational instability is introduced. So that would save me from having to deinstall coding. Of course, it will require a total subfractal overhaul of the facilitating system. Oh, for the days of government funding. But no, I'm mad. Looney is a jaybird. No funding for old Wattsman. He's missing some microchips in his motherboard. A rat catch all hooked up and no place to go. Well, I'll do them.
The price of genius.
Second time it's happened. Can you explain why these creatures only attack and destroy our installations and not yours?
Maybe they got good taste. Come on, if you guys actually think we had anything to do with it, you're even more paranoid than we thought you were. We didn't even know you had a mining operation on Agerna.
Come on, Idea would love to eliminate the competition. We're a threat to you.
A threat to us? You gotta be kidding. Anybody will tell you the purest Visorium in the galaxy comes from Eden mines. That stuff you produce is crap, and you know
I
it.
don't have to listen to this insulting way.
Your stuff can't compare with ours, and you know why? Because our mines are privately owned commercial ventures. Nothing like the profit motive to make things work. Those overblown, inefficient, state-subsidized mines of yours can't keep up with us!
The government of Uldas firmly believes that the mining and refining of Visorium is a matter of galactic security, and therefore too important to be left in the hands of some profit-hungry speculators. Our bottom line happens to be what's good for the galaxy, not how many credits we can pocket for ourselves. Speaking of which, I hear your earnings are down this year, eh?
You can take that self-righteous crap and shove it where the sun don't shine. For the last time, whatever trouble you clowns have been having, don't try pinning it on us. Now, if you don't mind, I've been up for 40 hours straight. All I want to do is get a drink and some shut-eye, not listen to political propaganda from some paper-pushing Ultasian geek.
I don't have to take that kind of talk from you. This'll cost you, you worthless
Sorry
little
to interrupt,
turd.
sir, but we've got some official visitors in the plant.
What a shame. This was just getting interested.
Don't you walk out on me!
Feel free to call anytime, Blondie. We're always eager to please.
This isn't over. We're still convinced you Adians were involved in this. Don't think you're going to get off that easily.
As I'm sure you're both well aware, the planet Agerna is the richest source of top-grade Visorium in this part of the galaxy. Because it possesses deposits of Sedinga ore of unparalleled purity, that's the mineral from which Visorium is produced, and we Adians were the first to discover it. But the Republic of Uldas was quick to follow our lead and establish their own mining outposts there, leading to some friction between our two countries. All of Adia's settlements are commercial ventures privately owned by independent mining syndicates. The Odazan mines are owned by the states and run according to their government's 5-year plan. This is a typical Adian settlement. Population about 70,000, mostly business people, developers, and salaried employees. This, on the other hand, is an Uldasian outpost. We think it houses about 80,000, all government technicians or members of the security forces. Now, which of their outposts was it where all the trouble occurred? There have been 2 incidents at 2 different locations. At least that's what they told us.
So what's the story?
Well, that's a little difficult to ascertain. You see, the Oldasians haven't been very candid with details. They're notoriously secretive about their mining operations. In fact, they've never allowed a single outsider to visit one of them.
Seems that's one policy they're going to have to change.
So that's the story. Seems a damn shame to bother you people at the 3WA just because some old Asians go on a drunken toot and start seeing little green men. But I guess you gotta hold their hands for a while or they'll make trouble for all of us. Come back for a drink when you're finished, okay?
Bob.
All this damage was done by just one of them?
The first time it was just one of them, but this time no less than 3 of the monsters were involved in the attack.
Where are these alleged creatures now?
No idea. After we chased them off, they just disappeared.
Can you describe these monsters?
Green and scaly with big teeth.
Laugh all you want, but the Aedeans are clearly behind it all somehow. There's no other possible explanation.
Oh, yeah? How can you be so sure of that?
Wouldn't you really prefer a case of a couple of your men having too much to drink? Then we could wrap things up quick and I'll go home.
The first attack came on a top-secret experimental processing plant. The second came against this Sadinga mine. The target in both these cases was our Visorium refining capability.
Visorium again?
Why would these creatures have any reason to go after our Visorium, unless they're part of an Aedean plot to sabotage my government's 5-year plan?
What's this experimental process you're working on?
I'm not at liberty to say. If our secrets were revealed to the Aedeans, there's no
What?
telling...
What was that? What are you suggesting, Four Eyes? That the 3WA doesn't know how to keep its mouth shut? Huh? Is that it?
No.
I don't need this. Listen, we didn't ask to get assigned to this hellhole. We just came here to help you people out. You're so difficult!
Honestly, ladies, you took what I said too literally. I would never suggest that...
Kenneth!
Oh.
So what's this experimental process of yours?
We were trying to find a way of creating synthetic Visorium, thereby freeing us of the need for costly Sadinga ore. The creature's first attack destroyed all our efforts in that direction, so we had to cut our losses and return to traditional Sadinga mining at this location. You've seen what they did here. Incidentally, I have a heart condition, so if you could refrain from physical violence in the future...
You know what?
I'd
Looks
really
like this
appreciate
case could be a good one after all.
Sir, damage. The damage to the operation will set us back indefinitely. What do we tell the minister?
That from now on we're working on a 10-year plan? Oh, what's to be done? How can I... Huh?
Guess that's your problem, Four Eyes.
Just wash my hair. What does it matter anyway?
Expecting to meet Mr. Wright? You scared, Yuri?
Let go.
Hold it, pal!
No! It was your reflection. No wonder you were scared.
You know, there's nothing more relaxing than a hot bath. even though the ambiance is a little like the Y on Beta Gehenna.
Are you aware that the water we're sitting in is probably radioactive?
Look on the bright side. It'll give our skin a healthy glow and burn off any unwanted facial hair. All we need now is a good bottle of wine. Like that night we spent on Ganymede 5, remember?
Yeah, with those two horny old guys.
Yeah, remember how they tied themselves in knots trying to get a look at my body? I thought that one geezer was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, in your dreams.
They kept trying to see if I was a real redhead.
Still, you were a lot younger then.
What do you mean, younger?
Well, you are starting to look a little rough around the edges, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, show me an old lady with a body like this.
Hey, is that a pimple on your forehead, Kay?
You're too much. Listen to you. You've really got to get a handle on these feelings of jealousy, Yuri. It's not helping. Bottle It's you again!
Excuse me,
What do you think they are, Braille?
I was just trying to protect your privacy.
Yeah, right. Then shut your eyes!
I take it you two have met before?
You could have met him too on that last Visorium caper. Remember?
The one that got away.
Exactly.
The handsome one, as you recall.
Carson D. Carson, smuggler and small-time thief.
Actually, I prefer Black Marketeer, and there's nothing small-time about me, darling. Kind of a strange place to be taking a bath. I mean, soaping your tits in an abandoned mine could get you the shaft.
And creeping around spying on us could have gotten you killed, you pathetic little peeping Tom.
Don't flatter yourself.
That's a Visorium sample.
I see. So we caught you in the middle of a job, huh?
Trust me, it's not what it looks like.
Looks to me like we may have found the guy behind all this sabotage.
Come on, that's not my style. I don't waste my time on political hanky-panky. There's no profit in it.
If you want to talk about a real waste of time, I'm sure you've heard about a little place called prison. Catch. You know the routine, the red button on top.
Now, hold on.
You're right, forget it. We'll leave the body here.
All right. You're gonna be sorry, I'm warning you.
This little sparkler's worth a couple of million easy.
Much as I'd like to.
All right, you can turn around now.
Hey, isn't there a law against letting a guy freeze to death?
Get with it. Everybody on the pleasure planet of Mandakar dresses like that.
If memory serves, everybody on Mandakar is a eunuch, not the sort of image I want to start cultivating.
Now, anytime you're ready to talk, we're ready to listen.
Talk about what?
Well, for starters, how'd you end up in that mine, and how'd you know about all those monsters? Don't tell me it's coincidence.
Huh?
That's enough. What's so funny?
I can't believe it. You don't have a clue what's going on, do you? Yeah, they sent a couple of real professionals. Hey, watch the hair.
Next time I'll aim a little lower, if you know what I mean.
Easy does it. Stop trying to play the tough guy. You gotta admit, it looks pretty bad, a couple top secret agents like you having to rely on me for information. And frankly, your threats are pathetic. Come on, we both know you're not about to kill me. First, because the 3WA is not supposed to commit murder. Second, you find me attractive.
Ugh, of all the smug, stuck-up, conceited guys...
Third, if you were gonna kill me, you wouldn't have let me keep my underwear. So you can just keep on threatening me till you're blue in the face. I'm not buying.
Very clever, but you forgot one thing. It's true the 3WA does frown upon its agents murdering their prisoners in cold blood, but accidents happen, so who's gonna blame us if a gun goes off by mistake? And poor Kei here's been so accident-prone lately you wouldn't believe it. Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah! What are you doing? Let me stop! Get down right on time!
Well, just in the nick of time. Kei, you almost shot our guest.
Jeez, you know you're crazy.
So, are we ready to cooperate?
Professor Wattsman, he's the one you want.
Wattsman? Never heard of him.
That wasn't so hard, now was it?
Professor Wattsman. He's the key to the whole thing. I'm surprised you haven't heard of him. But I guess only some of us did our homework.
I'll ignore that comment. Where is the professor, and what do you have to do with him anyway?
That's something I'd really rather not talk about. But look, I'll make you a deal. I'll lead you to him if you let me out of these things.
Well, what do you think, Kei?
I can't believe you're willing to cut a deal with this lowlife. I wouldn't trust the guy as far as I could...
I know you're upset. It's understandable. But the fact remains you don't have a chance of getting to Wattsman without my help.
Okay, you win. We'll let you walk. But I'm warning you, Carson. If you try messing with our investigation in any way, we'll put you right back in those handcuffs again. Got that?
I don't mess with you. You don't mess with me. Whoa!
Try something funny and you'll wish you were wearing bulletproof boxers.
I've heard it's always the toughest dames that end up falling the hardest.
What the hell does that mean?
Hey, stop kidding yourself. I got you pegged. An ionized minefield. One zap and there won't be enough of you left to put in a salt shaker. That's what I warned you about. He's not real big on unexpected visitors dropping by for a chat.
Tell me there's some kind of plan behind all this.
I am about to reveal a professional secret.
After years of failure, my moment of triumph has come. The creation of a new species. The dream of every deluded crackpot since the dawn of science. And I, Waldo Watchman, have succeeded! There's something wrong here. Oh, please, Gene Poole, don't fail me again. What the devil?
Professor, I was just going over the menu for dinner.
Blockhead! How many times have I told you not to interrupt me at work? Ridiculous! I'm getting closer. It'll happen soon.
Shot, Kei. Thank you. Oh. Maybe it was too good.
You might have been a little rough. You know how fragile men are. Come on, let's go.
You don't think we should make sure he's okay?
How come you're so concerned about him all of a sudden?
I don't know about just leaving him here.
Oh! Could this be love?
Don't be an idiot. I just don't want to trip over him on our way out. Love, don't make me sick.
What a grouch.
Come on, get your butt in gear.
Sadinga, my friend, you are very stubborn. But I will not be denied. You have met your match in me. For more than 10 million years, you've been hibernating there in that rock, safe from discovery, or so you thought. But I have seen through your disguise. I have unlocked your secrets. I know that you are more than a simple mineral deposit lying in the ground. I know that you are a living race of sentient beings, that for eons you have lain dormant, feeding off the Visorium around you, and waiting for that moment in the cosmic evolutionary cycle when you shall rise from your sleep and take your rightful place in the universe. Well, consider this your wake-up call. For years, I have sought the combination of electrical and biochemical stimuli that will force you awake, and I'm almost there. Why fight it? Nothing's as annoying as a species that refuses to get out of bed.
Huh?
Sadinga, I can appreciate your reluctance to appear. The universe can be a cold, inhospitable place. You don't want to experience what happened to the dinosaurs now, do you? You want to wait until all those elements are in place that will ensure the bountiful survival of your species. Such precautions are perfectly logical after all. But I must caution you against waiting too long for the perfect moment. If you don't wake up now, you may never wake up at all. The cosmic evolutionary cycle will pass you by, and you'll be extinct before you're even born. You hear? You stubborn, suicidal species, don't you see what's happening? Humans are mining you to death. Every day they dig you out of the ground and use you to feed their warp engines and food processors. What good will 10 million years of preparation be if there's nothing left of you? It's your time to live. If I must drag you kicking and screaming into this world, then so be it. I can't permit you to sleep. Not now. Not when your very survival's at stake. Egad, you're the most stubborn species I've ever come across. It's like I'm talking to a rock. Why can't you understand how close to oblivion you've come? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Parlez-vous? Oh, to hell with you. You may be indifferent to your own extinction, but I'm not. Who knows what unfathomable scientific secrets you possess? I cannot let them be destroyed. By Jupiter, I will rouse you from your sleep if it's the last thing I do. Where am I going? Oh, yes, here we are.
I think I threw my shoulder out. Jeez. Would it kill you to lose a little weight?
Hey, it's not our fault you couldn't hang on. You just can't hack it, that's all.
Oh, that's perfect. Just perfect. This is the gratitude I get for trying to help out a couple of bovine debutantes with egos as big as their waistlines.
Huh? Bovine debutantes? Huh? It means cow-like. Now look what you've done. You made her cry, you big bogus fathead. I knew we should have thrown you off that hover shuttle when we had the opportunity.
Oh, stop kidding yourself. You never could have done it. You know you want me. Why fight it? Look, there's no use trying to hide it, Kay. I can see it in your eyes.
You can see what in my eyes? I don't have the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Don't get me wrong. I'm flattered. I'm just saying, if you do have a thing for me, it seems silly for you not to admit it. Hey, all I meant to say was it can be unhealthy to repress your feelings. That is, if you have any feelings, but I could be wrong. Now, you stop it, young lady, before somebody gets hurt, okay? So I went too far. Kay!
Kay! You rat!
You win. You're right, I'm a rat. Go on, take your shot, I deserve it. I don't know why I act like that. You're both good kids. I have no right giving you a hard time. But that's me, always taking something fine and good and making a big joke out of it. Look, you have your job to do and I have mine. Let's just leave it at that from now on. Deal?
No!
Ah, Professor, there you are. Your something's getting cold.
Bruno, you cretinous dolt. Haven't I told you never to interrupt me when I'm not working? I don't want dinner. You eat it.
Your research is not going well, I take it.
Not going well. Yes, I guess you could say that. Though it's rather like saying that a fellow struck by lightning is feeling a little under the weather. It doesn't quite do justice to the situation, you see. It's a bloody disaster, you muscle-bound meathead.
You'll have to eat something or you'll waste away.
I'm not hungry, but I will have a drink. Bring me the bottle. You know the one I mean.
But when you say bottle, you don't really mean the bottle.
Yes, that's the one.
Yes, but... Professor, may I remind you, sir, you were saving that bottle to be opened in celebration upon the successful completion of your labor.
If I wait for that, I may never drink it. When I say I want it now, that means I want it now. So bring it here!
As you wish, sir. I'll bring it at once.
Watchman, you old fool. You're not the man you thought you were. You failed. Huh? The Sadinga is evolving! I did it! Bruno! They've awakened! I did it!
Look out!
Let the game begin!
You're right, you know, about what you saw in my eyes.
You saw it in mine too, didn't you?
Yes.
You're playing with fire.
I'm always playing with fire. It's what I'm paid to do.
Yeah, well, better be careful. This time you could get burned.
I can take care of myself.
And after?
After?
You'll have scars where the fire has burned you. When you look at them, you'll think of me and hate me.
I won't even remember you.
You sure of that?
I can dream, can't I?
Sure. In fact, I think that's what you're doing right now. Welcome back, darling. Must have been some nightmare.
Yuri!
Who was playing with fire?
What?
You talk in your sleep.
Oh!
What was that for, you little hellcat?
You dirty creep! You were eavesdropping on me!
Eavesdropping? Hey, I can't help overhearing you when you start moaning like a moose in labor. Believe me, I'm not happy with this arrangement either. I can't wait till this thing's over and we can pretend we never met.
Huh? You mean just forget about each other?
What part aren't you getting? Fact is, I'm beginning to forget about you already.
Oh! I suppose there have been lots of women you've had to forget.
That's right, millions of them. They keep me in a permanent state of amnesia.
Oh.
Your 10-billion-year-old sleep. Amazing. These feelings coming over me, like a mother giving birth. Bruno, you oafish dope. It's showtime. Environmental displacement by evolutional necessity. The stroke of genius that will soon be known to the galaxy as Project Eden. made of?
Hey, go easy with that stuff.
What? Did you just talk?
Yeah, and I can dance, too. Now get us out of these things.
It seems you managed to pick up a rudimentary knowledge of our language while you lay there in the ground sleeping all those years. What a perfectly wonderful species you are.
Call the loony bin. One of their screwballs is loose. Ugh. Yuri, hurry up, will ya? My arms are tired. Where are you?
Kei! Carson! Where could they be?
Ah! Bruno, you brought it then, have you?
Yes, Professor. The Chateau Lafitte 45, also known as the General de Gaulle.
Is everyone around here loco? Is that really the thing you've been looking for? Risking your neck for a lousy bottle of wine?
Not just any bottle of wine. The Lafitte de Gaulle was bottled on Earth in France in 1945. A very special vintage produced to celebrate the Army of Liberation that freed the country from the yoke of Nazi oppression. It was a pretty good year for champagne, too.
I'm kind of weak on my history.
They made 10 bottles of it, and that was almost 200 years ago. Only one, maybe two, still exist.
So how much can you get for the stuff?
I'd say somewhere between 50 and 60 million.
For a jug of wine? That's nuts!
It's more than just the money, Kay. There's a time-honored legend that the Lafitte 45 brings wisdom and unlimited power to whoever's lucky enough to possess it.
Well, judging from Wattsman, there's a good chance that stuff can scramble your brain.
I came so close. I almost had it. And ever since that night, I've been searching for the man who stole it from me, the man with the bioelectrode terminal on the back of his hand.
So it's to be a celebration after all.
Yes, after years of lonely struggle. But there's no creation without perspiration, as they say. Give me that. No celebration without tribulation. There's no vindication without self-flagellation, or something like that. In any event, success has come my way at last, and this bottle is only a token of the rewards I surely deserve. Just imagine, Bruno, they called me insane. They laughed and said that it couldn't be done. Well, who's laughing now, eh? I almost pity those poor ignorant classmates of mine back at the Academy of Bioscience. They went on to waste their lives cloning kangaroo rats and isolating the gene that causes dandruff. Well, I have been pursuing the answers to the most profound questions ever posed by man, or woman for that matter. Questions of life and death, of existence and oblivion. Questions that once could be answered only by God. For ages, philosophers have wondered if we are destined to go the way of the dinosaurs. Like so many species before us, are we doomed to end up in the dustbin of history? And if so, what sort of creature has been chosen by the evolutional imperative to take our place in the cosmic scheme? Well, I have seen the future, and it is Sadinga. Sadinga, the new ruler of the galaxy, as great in advance over Homo sapiens as we were over the monkeys in the trees. And thanks to me, for the first time in the history of life itself, one species is not only witnessing the birth of its own successor, but actually assisting in the delivery. That was exhausting. Careful with that bottle. You can bruise the contents, you idiot. Damnation! That wine is worth a king's ransom, and you're shaking it like a bloody martini. Samples through the hyperflux beam. The last test before I awaken the Sadinga lying dormant over all this planet. Sidinga's still evolving!
Yeah.
Probably wondering if it was all worth it. To be honest, I'm beginning to wonder about that myself.
Stop it, Carson. Save your strength.
I guess you were right about me, Kay. You called me a small-time thief, and that's just what I am. All I wanted was to make one big score, and I came so damn close.
Maybe someone's trying to tell you you should find another occupation.
Maybe so. Not a very subtle hint. All I wanted was that bottle of Lafitte 45. One lousy little bottle of wine, a judge, and a piece of cake.
What are you talking about? You got it.
But I'm in no shape to enjoy it. It's kind of depressing to realize you were never anything but second-rate.
Oh, for God's sake, stop putting yourself down, will you? You're the best I ever saw.
Thanks, but you're a little biased, don't you think? It's okay. With my luck, this stuff had probably gone bad. Some wines just don't travel well.
Oh, Carson.
Don't go weepy on me. At least my job's finished. It's over. But you two still have some work to do. If you ladies can spare me a couple of weapons and one of those power armor suits you got on, I'll try to hold down the fort here a while. Stop wasting time! I'm not getting any stronger, you know?
But why? The job we've got to do is no concern of yours.
Just taking your advice, darling. Maybe it's time to find a new line of work. Huh? Anybody want a drink? I'll take mine on the rocks. A jug of wine, a pretty girl. What more could any small-time thief ask for? know, there's something about this wine kind of makes me feel like a whole new man.
I'm not done with you yet. Remember these?
Come on, darling. You don't really think you're gonna lock me up? Not after everything we did.
This time I'm gonna throw away the key.
What a species I've discovered! Look at that one! Magnificent, isn't she?
I hope so. I work out twice a day.
This is an outrage! I'm now declaring war!
Behold, Bruno, the birth of a new race! Today I have given them one small planet. Tomorrow I'll give them an entire galaxy!
Yes, Professor, of course you will. But first, what say we have a nice little nap, eh?